Hello everyone, welcome back to another haul by Transferware China Pottery. So today I have an amazing haul for you. When picking this morning and um, was able to acquire some nice interesting pieces that I think you're going to enjoy. So to begin, I'm going to start with the red Transferware plates that I got this morning. And this is an American company. It's called Taylor and Smith. It's like a chintz pattern. Tag is right there. I paid $5 for these. These were at a consignment shop here in Rhode Island. American company. These are very, very nice 9-inch plates. No chips, cracks, repairs, or crazing. From that same consignment store, I ended up finding this beautiful porcelain Lennox plates. Now, this is still Lennox made in USA. It's called the Vienna platter, and it is a reproduction from a pattern from the 1750s. And it's high quality porcelain, still made in USA. It's a wonderful example. I absolutely love the bird on the branch. Very, very nice. Put it down carefully so we don't lose it. So that in that particular consignment shop, it was the only pieces I got from this store, except for one piece of costume jewelry. I'm not huge on costume jewelry. I really don't know much about it. If I come across something that sparks my interest, I try to purchase it if it's something that I see that I'm going to be able to flip for a profit. And by the way, our store, if you're new to the channel, is Transferware China Pottery, etc. on eBay. So don't forget to check us out. Okay. So then I'm going to move on to the costume jewelry at the end of this porcelain and glass haul. Then I ended up moving up the street to this wonderful antique mall and ended up purchasing quite a few nice pieces of porcelain. First, I would like to start with this gorgeous Copeland fish platter in the primrose pattern. Very, very, very rare. The pattern is very desirable. This is the first time in 38 years seeing a fish platter. And there you go. The markings on the bottom. I think it dates back to 1870s. The gold gilding. It's extremely, extremely heavy. Also marked W.T. Copeland and Sons. Okay? Very, very nice piece of blue and white. So in that same antique mall where I pretty much gathered everything else, I ended up also picking up this beautiful brown Transferware, a aesthetic movement picture. And the pattern on this is Ionia by Hill Pottery. It's absolutely lovely. Now there's staining, crazing on this. It doesn't really differ much, which in actuality, if it's stain and craze, tends to go for a little bit more today than back in the 90s, 80s, where people wanted things like this to be perfect. So we got that there. I'm going to place this beautiful platter down because I'm going to be reaching over the table. So excuse me for a minute here while I organize myself. Get this one placed over here as well. So on that same antique mall, I ended up finding this absolutely gorgeous cabbage rose blue and white terrain marking on the bottom there. It does come with a 3-piece lid, bowl, and ladle. Usually these ladles get misplaced or broken. Wonderful. There's a stamp mark 23 on that. There's a few condition issues, but nothing crazy. I don't see any crazing on it. No chips, cracks, or repairs. There's just some glaze pops here and there. Lovely, lovely soup tureen. Unfortunately, no underplate, but I couldn't let it pass. I paid $125 for this piece. And the fish platter, I think I paid $140 for it. So like I said before in previous videos, I don't mind paying up for items that are unusual and I can get a little something for them besides what I paid for it. I also ended up finding this fancy porcelain ironstone by JWR, pattern number 1289, blue Transferware. It's like an ice bucket, and it's polychromed painted. It's absolutely stunning with the handles on the side. No chips, cracks, or repairs on this piece. Let me show you the marking on it. Very, very nice. Moving forward from that, ended up also picking up this stunning historical blue plates all over transfer. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is Hollywell Cottage, Cavan, probably dating back to the 1820s on this one. And right after that, I ended up finding this gorgeous specimen of purple Transferware Staffordshire, about 1830s coffee pot. There is a marking on the bottom, and the pattern is, let me see if I can get to that before I show you. Morale Picturesque is the pattern on this one. A lot of these Transferware Staffordshire patterns are romantic British scenes. In this case, it's a farm. Lovely designed. I don't see any chips, cracks, or repairs on it. There's some creasing and some light staining on these, which is typical for pieces this size. And then the lid is in perfect condition. Isn't that lovely with the beehive on top? I absolutely love them. I do have a vast collection of about 300 of these. So I think I'm going to put this one into my personal collection. Love coffee pots. Another lovely set that I got, piece that I got from this same place was this Aesthetic Movement brown Transferware polychrome cookie jar, covered cookie jar. Look how lovely that is for the fall. Isn't it just beautiful? I just had to grab it. English as well. Nice. So semi-porcelain, and the pattern is Harvest. I didn't even look at the pattern before I bought it. I fell in love with it right away. And I thought it was just such a beautiful piece of the Aesthetic Movement brown Transferware. Now, mind you, these pieces for a while didn't do very, very, very well. If you price them accordingly, they will sell now. People are more interested in this kind of look. Actually, just sold one today with a bird to this lovely client on eBay. Another piece I got from that same antique mall. So whatever is left here is from that same place. I'm not going to be repeating myself so I don't bore anybody. It's this beautiful pottery. It's like a Wedgwood style But this is in actuality made by Villery and Buck back in the 1850s. And there's the lid. There's some staining on the inside, but nothing really. No chips, cracks, or repairs. And there's your marking on the bottom. It's a nice rare piece. They would have the appliques on it with the porcelain. In this case is like a grape pattern on there, which is lovely. It could be used as a trinket dish or simply display in your curio cabinet. I would not recommend using these items for food purposes. Okay, from the same dealer, I ended up picking up this Hollywood Regency Umrlu based. This is a brisk porcelain from Germany. Very, very nice. No chips, cracks, or repairs. I have an extensive collection that I will share with you one of these days up on my second floor of Umrlu pieces that we're going to make a haul on that, but those pieces were acquired through in actuality. I'll make a collection video instead of a haul because they've been acquired throughout the years. But isn't that just stunning? So I figured that I would purchase this. I fell in love with it. Paid a little bit for it, but that's okay because if I want to put some beautiful florals on it, it's absolutely stunning. And then I fell in love with this beautiful bouillon cup and saucer, Limoges, hand-painted Limoges, double-handed. The markings on the bottom are the same, and then there's a different marking, which is very common in these pieces. I just could not let it pass. I absolutely love the pattern. Nice large rose pattern. You know how I love cabbage roses. Then I ended up finding this absolutely gorgeous hand-painted glass opaline trinket dish. Now I've used the Blacklight 365. It does not glow, so there's really no manganese on these. I just ordered myself a 395 lamp, Blacklight, because there was a confusion with a client earlier this week about the item glowing. So apparently some items do glow with a 365, which is manganese and a few other metals in the glass. And then for uranium presence, it's best to have a 395, 385 -395 NM. I don't know what that stands for. I'm not very good at technology, just so you know. That's why my videos are very, very simple. But it does just fine for me. And I really enjoy sharing it with you. So, yeah, so in terms of that, just order that because I want to look into that a little bit more. So when the client asks if it glows, but only under this lighting. But we ended up solving it, no issues. The person was very happy with the piece, and I ended up just sending them a little bit of money. And then here we are, some Pierpoint glass, hand-painted enamel pieces. They're hand-blown. They're absolutely stunning. No chips, cracks, or repairs. They're so darling. I just had to have them. Okay. And then in that same store, I ended up purchasing this absolutely stunning lamp from about 1930s. It's metal cast. She's absolutely gorgeous with the original glass dome. And it does glow under 365. So I'm assuming that it would be a lot of manganese presence on this glass. Once I get the new UV Beast coming in, the 395, I'm going to see it, check it for uranium. Such a great experience to learn these things. On the cord we have Gilbert, and it looks about to be 1930s, 1940s. She's absolutely stunning. Nice, thick, heavy globe here. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure this is going to go very, very fast on our eBay store. Okay. So the next item I want to share with you, it's this absolutely gorgeous blue Staffordshire Transferware platter. No chips, cracks, or repairs. It does have the clues marking on here. Milanese Pavilion. It's the stamp on here. Whoever owned this must have had it on the wall. Like I said before, I do decorate my walls with platters and plates, and sometimes tureen lids. A lot of times we find the tureen lids quite interesting, and people think, oh, we'll never find a match. Well, sometimes you don't have to find a match. They look beautiful on the wall, so they can be upcycled as art, which is fantastic. My featured piece here is this amazing vase. Now, when I first looked at it and looked at the price, I said to myself, this is just another Chinese reproduction. But as I examined this vase closer, okay, I started looking at the beautiful floral pattern and the pheasants on it, and I just went with my hands right over it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this feels like enamel paint right over it. Well, I tell you what, it's absolutely stunning. It's a very large piece with the applied apple handles on the side, and it's all hand painted. Absolutely no transferware on this. As you can see, the pheasant there, and there's another one in this corner here. There's only 2 birds on the whole thing. There's no markings on the bottom, but the piece shows to have some age. As you can see, the imperfections on the glaze, and then also the wear and tear on the base. It's very, very heavy. These florals just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I don't see any signatures on this. I have not done much research, but it's definitely all hand painted, no transferware at all. The person who did this was very talented, and there's also a butterfly back here, and put a lot of time into this beautiful piece. Absolutely stunning. So glad to share that with you. Then, last but not least, I think I covered all the pieces here on the table today. Wonderful cup of coffee. I also ended up finding this beautiful porcelain Colport pin made in England. And believe it or not, no chips, cracks, or repairs. Then with that pin, there was another, I'm sorry, I apologize. So this one here is the Colport. No chips, cracks, or repairs on that one. This one here, also made in England, because some of these were then produced in China. This is John Antoine, bone china made in England. So the first, was the first one I showed. This is the one that is not Colport, it's John Antoine. Okay. Then also in costume jewelry, I ended up finding which this looks like it was an artisan piece. It's welded in the back, and the pinch lets me think that this is from the 1920s, just the style of the pin on the back. Look how stunning these are. Very, very sparkly prong set. And look at that pin. See how it protrudes out? Usually these come back from the Victorian times, probably even older than the 20s. Now, if anybody knows anything about these, feel free to comment below. I would love to learn some more. Like I said, in terms of costume jewelry, I am a newbie to this, and I'm always looking to learn new things. I also ended up picking up this beautiful piece of costume jewelry. There's no markings on the back, but it's just absolutely stunning. Followed that one, got this beautiful snowflake, like an aurora borealis iridescent color, all prong set as well. Isn't that stunning? I absolutely love it. Okay. I also ended up getting this gorgeous piece. Also no markings, but that's okay with me because all the stones, they're original. And it's just gorgeous. Do I wear pins? I do. And I should start wearing them for my videos. I don't know why I haven't put a pin on. I wear pins all the time. All the time. I love the old-fashioned style. Then ended up also finding this little guy here on a dollar pile. Oh, and this says Kirk's Folly on the back. And it's this beautiful dragonfly. Isn't that stunning? And look at the backing on that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. And then before I terminate this video for this haul for today, I'm going to share with you this last costume jewelry piece that I've been debating on keeping it for myself, and I absolutely love it. I checked it over really, really well. All the stones are in. It's signed MMAVNACN. So this is a brand, this is a reproduction, probably made for a museum, most likely, and museum, probably mostly liked museum piece, which was reproduced and then sold. These do bring a lot of money. I've sold some pieces of costume jewelry that were reproductions from museums, from real pieces of jewelry, high quality made. I think that's a cubic zirconia right there, simulated diamond in the middle here, or a cubic zirconia for sure. And it's this beautiful flower. Isn't that stunning? I haven't had a chance to look this up. I just had to have it. I fell in love with it. Gold gilded on the back, gold plated, I should say. I'm not talking about porcelain. And that's it. So for today, my dear friends, this is the haul that I picked this morning. And this was all in the state of Rhode Island. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed watching this little moment with me. And until next time, so long.